Well, guys, we're back here with another death battle. Yeah, I don't know these two. I already expressed in the last one, but I don't know either of them. Simon the Digger versus Kyle Ranger, or Gurren versus the White Lantern. I don't know either of them, but yeah. I'm kind of like new, kind of oblivious to these franchises, but I still gonna watch it though, because I love Death Battle. So yeah. With that quick explanation out of the way, hey everyone, it's me, Super YouTuber, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Simon the Digger versus Kyle Ranger, Gurren versus White Lantern. Let's get this started. And yeah, I apologize to those fans already, because yeah, like I said, I don't know them. Okay, let's get this started. 3, 2, 1, go! Fight!
Simon the Digger. Kyle Rayner,
oh, Simon, not Simon.
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
Death Battle. Alright, let's learn about them.
Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave. That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simon. He was there too, I guess. He was a digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt, until the day he found the core drill. The key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagan. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom. Seeing the
we get to leave. Yay!
But the sky was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the earth for humanity, scoring a
fight back against the world.
And as befits Kamina and Simon's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagan merged, creating Gurren Lagan. With Kamina piloting the body and Simon the head, these two were unstoppable. Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagan might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower and capable of...
So like giant mech fights. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Sunglasses boomerang, and of course, drills! Wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Bureku!
Whoa!
It's so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's
more
like
drills!
Or something, my whole personality. With Gurren Lagan's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Janot. Until Kamina died.
Oh! I was gonna say earlier, let me guess, Simon's brother just died, and yeah, I was correct.
His soul brother paid the price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit. So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simon who believes in you.
Simon, I keep saying Simon.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simon who found Lagan, Simon who pierced the surface, and Simon who would now lead humanity to victory. Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked. Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens.
What the?
Spiral feared humanity.
Bro just formed a face on the moon.
Remember how Gurren Lagan runs on fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans,
spiral
have.
Power?
That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah. Just as the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity. The perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential. Potential Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagan gets crazy. Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats.
Okay, so it's not just mech fights, because, yeah, what the hell is all this?
And higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagan with bigger and stronger machines. Creating the Arc Gurren Lagan, which is strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch. Or the Galaxy Gurren Lagan, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions, all within a Planck instant.
The hell?
The smallest unit of time physically possible, meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light. Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I remember because.
SpongeBob, you've been dethroned.
Yeah, I thought SpongeBob had it, but no, what the hell? Okay, you gotta put some real shit with White Lantern. Others are immediately going to give the win to Gurren Lagann, because like that is some fast speed.
An attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world. Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different, and after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape. What makes this even more impressive
Absorbed it?
The labyrinth was 11-dimensional. Meaning, Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope. What? Oh, we're just getting started.
What?
Imagine a two-dimensional drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person. Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened. Because when Simon absorbed the
that happens a lot with him fiction.
Every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon, who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix. Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit? This all gave our Simone enough power to form the next step in mecha evolution. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like, shooting missiles that alter probabilities so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I say galaxies?
You been sleeping on this shit? What?
So immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe. With it, Simon turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place. Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence. Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the end.
Yeah, I think I'm already going to call Gurren Lagann just winning, because like, what the hell is all this?
That make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction. If I have spiral power, whiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back? When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simon evolved one more time.
Oh, again?
Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
You don't need that many transformations, dude!
It's literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simon and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all. Hey, cruel indifference of the universe! Meet the indomitable human spirit, proving commonest words.
Jesus Christ, I need to watch. Jesus Christ. If I ever get into anime, I'm probably gonna watch this, cause holy God, this is insane.
Wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others, always looking up. For all the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free. All thanks to a humble digger.
Good job, Simon. Okay, you gotta put some real stuff with White Lantern.
Dangerous place.
Come on, you gotta put some real stuff if you want me to think that the Gurren is not gonna win.
There's one really pissed off cat. You know who to call. The Green Lantern Corps. They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago.
I think one invention named John, and I made a joke with Nub about being like, oh yeah, this guy's named John.
You know him. You love him. You might hate him.
I think people consider that probably the worst death battle. I never seen it, the Green Lantern vs. Ben 10 one, but yeah.
His hometown got completely obliterated. Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the literal Green Lantern,
becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet, and with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on. Must feel good being given the most dangerous magical weapon in the
yeah, it's just, I didn't give it to someone, here, you have it.
Space wheat and a sentient box.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a Daffy Duck Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality, and erase things from existence.
Jesus.
Well, consider the
You're a bunch of like god tier characters apparently.
a billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering a higher dimension of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable. And the rings have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Boozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The ring is fueled by its user's willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched, probably because he's a comic book artist. And we know from
Nice.
they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern...
Yes, if you're a comic book artist, you know you have all the power.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots. Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make
Oh hey, yeah. Giant mech fight.
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang. Wait, 0.3? DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's only downside is that it's limited to 24 hours before needing a recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I have the most powerful artifact in the universe. Ah, damn it, it's dead again. Okay, I gotta let it recharge. How does it even take to recharge?
Too late though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Oh.
Wasn't the only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
Damn.
It might surprise you.
Damn, I got called out.
Again.
Kyle finally...
I swear I'm doing Series Zero Bowser. I swear I'm doing Super Shell Arc Original. I swear, guys.
And even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7 colors, each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. The more scared you are of him, the stronger he becomes.
What?
Light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Huh?
Rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue
The
light is
hell?
powered by hope, and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion.
Oh damn. Well, yeah, this could be a tough one.
Open portals across space, connecting him to others.
The final one was the Sapphire Light of Love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it.
You should love yourself now.
Powers combined. He doesn't didn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a White Lantern with total control over the power of life.
Yeah.
I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other Lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify
Wow.
corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life.
Yeah, this
strong
is
enough to guard against threats
yeah. Okay, you did pull off some crazy shit with White Lantern, actually.
Okay, so it's not totally useless.
Especially
Yeah.
after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation.
What the what?
Source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life
So both
equation,
can basically manipulate dimensions.
higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So both started off as just small people, got stronger, that they can have mechs, and now they know, and now they can actually warp dimensions. What is this garbage?
Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life,
Yeah,
at
mistakes
their
make you
command,
human.
there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, remember Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia? No? Well, that's because it was taken off YouTube.
Yeah.
Anime.
I saw a death battle. I saw it via a reaction and just the upload of just the only one.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Huh?
It's like our own private Patreon with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got episodes that YouTube has banned, blocked, and censored, and there's even more goodies on the way. So check out deathbattle.gg live right now.
Oh, so they have like their own website. Cool. I like it.
All right, the combatants are set.
I'm going with Gurren. I think he can for a death battle. But I'm gonna go with Gurren. There's a lot more dimensional warp I see from him than White Lantern. I'm gonna go with him. I bet my money on him.
Right, I'm not rusty at all.
Hey dude, Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Spring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagan's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
Alright, here we go. Oh, the podcast.
Tell me about it.
Four?
Oh. Bam!
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
Alright, transform me. Alright, here we go.
That's really cool.
I'm a lantern. We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
Now you know!
Yeah, a lot of dimensional feats. And sorry if I'm not really commenting on it, I don't really notice you, but this looks insane. Of all the whole dimension stuff, are they gonna like break the fourth wall a lot?
There's a wall in my way! I'll smash it down!
Yeah!
Your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the
You should stop fighting now.
life. Have faith in the Simon that believes in you.
Oh!
Super Tekken Topa Gurren Lagan! My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Free!
Yeah! Big drill! Oh boy, that's also a big drill. What's the better drill? Yeah. Huh? Infinity?
The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern Glow!
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
I bet my money on the right person.
Guy with the snazzy sunglasses.
When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards.
Yeah, that's why.
Simone can hit an infinite number of targets.
That's why I was
at
confused,
once,
like, who will
and
win,
Kyle
but
can
yeah.
fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's
Yeah.
analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First
Okay.
up, imagination. The boundless things they could conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though again,
Huh.
nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other
A draw.
factor for both characters, the origin of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's
Really?
the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both can manipulate reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference.
Yeah, Gurren can manipulate more.
It's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed.
Yeah, this bullcrap.
Dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level.
Oh,
However,
really?
That doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's
Okay.
whole goal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth required Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since
Wow.
spiral power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge. Especially since Simone could
Gotcha.
likely regenerate
So,
for
yeah,
a few
yeah.
minutes straight, like Mia did.
So yeah, even though like Rayner has the most willpower, and
while Kyle could
yeah,
manipulate a
Rayner has the most
multiverse,
willpower. Gurren Langer's potential is just that greater.
he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to
Yeah, your one drawback, you can't control it. Good job, man. Good job.
himself.
Compare that to Simone, who emerged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagan.
Yeah, and then he was able to control that.
Fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the Lagan.
Yeah.
And a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering.
Even though I don't really know either of these two characters, this was still a really good death battle, actually. Learning about them, and it's just a lot of their potential and craziness.
That's Gurren Lagan in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle
Yeah.
embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable.
I got my money back on the right person. It was great. Like I said, I don't know either of them, but what a great death battle.
The death battle losers. He was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
Yeah.
Next time on Death
What's
Battle.
next? Oh, the Tom and Jerry one! The Tom and Jerry Wile E. Coyote one, yeah!
Subscribe.
Finally, we're getting this death battle.
Death battle. Thanks for watching.
I don't think I need to explain who the hell Wile E. Coyote or Tom and Jerry are. Well, Tom the Cat specifically, but this is going to be one intense cartoon battle. And for anyone that actually doesn't know, they did a poll, like a bit of a ranking poll of like, hey guys, what death battle do you want to see next happen? And the winner was Wile E. Coyote versus Tom Cat. This is gonna be the same death battle. It's gonna be full of cartoon shenanigans. I'm gonna love it. But yeah, overall with this death battle, like I said, I didn't really know either of them, but that didn't really stop me from enjoying it. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And yeah, sorry if I didn't really react a lot. I just really was invested in this. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video, everyone. We hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time for one intense one. Bye bye. Whee!